Predatory girlfriend VTuber just found out by Rest says Desu. Gunpei. I originally remember when she crashed out about VTubers, that she hates female VTubers. She crashed out that somebody was making merchandise from her, like from a VTuber, and like saying that the VTuber community raped her because of that. Things like what's the word? Then she said that she would use a sledgehammer to delete female VTubers. Eventually, she just straight up said things like that she is a rat femme, but she's depending on men for her to succeed. Stuff like that.
What's up, guys? We're here. So today we're going to be going over some updates regarding one of the most unhinged VTubers we've covered on this channel. And saying unhinged VTuber is like saying unhinged squared, so you know we're dealing with some pretty crazy stuff. Now, the VTuber in question is named Gunpei. We talked about her roughly 4 months ago after she found herself in some pretty crazy drama. However, the update today is a very simple one, but a very devastating one for the community she has created. And that very simple fact has resulted in her basically nuking her entire digital footprint. And that
so what she does is she's pretty much a girlfriend experience VTuber. She will sell you the girlfriend experience, is pretty much what she does. Like, she is so weird that she had a Discord where only men were allowed, and if you were not a man, you would have been kicked off. And she was quote unquote dating her community.
Fact is that she has had a boyfriend for most of this time she's been running.
Ding 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 ding! Selling the girlfriend experience. Selling the girlfriend experience, and then finding that her community finding out that she actually had a boyfriend all this time. Obviously made her community very mad that was loving the girlfriend experience. Haha.
This related set of accounts. Now, the reason that is so devastating to her community is that she has largely played into the girlfriend experience, and these are the results when it comes out that you've had a boyfriend this whole time. So in order to understand why this had such a momentous build-up that a lot of people are...
There are 3 things that as a VTuber can backfire. ASMR, because ASMR fans only watch ASMR, so if you change that up, you hecking die. Lewd content to even corn, because if you stop that, you're gonna die. And girlfriend experience, because if you stop that, you're gonna die. Those are the 3 things that I've noticed that can get you nuked as a content creator.
Laughing at right now. We're going to go through the context that led up to this moment, but we have to...
As a female content creator.
Start with what happened in the previous video we covered involving Gunpei. So, about 4 months ago, there was some drama involving an artist named Kusa. Kusa makes plushies, and someone in Gunpei's community commissioned Kusa to make a plushie for Gunpei. And when they did that, they had leftover material, so they made some extra ones. And then the artist approached her community on Discord and asked if any of them would be interested in this plushie. Instead of being grateful for basically this opportunity happening and someone in her community caring enough to commission this stuff, Gunpei went...
Yeah. Remember, Kusa gets commissioned for plushies and has support from the biggest VTubers in the space. If you go against Kusa, you're pretty much going against the biggest, you go against pretty much, like, the entire VTubing space. Like, people like Pipkin Pippa, Bow the Whale, there's probably multiple others that I've seen back then that responded to this. It's like, you cannot win. This is a fight you cannot win.
Crazy. She went into this entitled rant, targeting this artist, encouraging other communities to ostracize him, and also they made fun of the designs themselves, and then also made some racist comments directed to this artist because they're Vietnamese, and they also made some very unhinged comments describing their situation as being R-worded by the VTubing.
Yeah. She literally said that. She got R-worded by the VTubing space. I wonder if he puts in the meltdown as well so we can hear it again. Because I like hearing that meltdown.
Scene. What made this all worse is that this artist is pretty popular, especially among some big indie and corporate VTubers, so a lot of popular people came into the defense of the artist and attacked Gunpei and criticized her, and then she would get hit with like a million community notes. It was an absolute mess, and she would lose some support from her community, and she would go private. A lot of people made videos about the situation, and she basically kept her head low for a few days, then unprivated, pretty much doubled down and said that she's canceled, and she's...
Damn! Oh boy! Damn. Finally got canceled. Sorry guys, I'll quadruple down. Still, I got you. What? She is the one R-wording the VTubing space. True. So, it went down 189%. So, minus $150 around. Total members, 1. She lost 44 members. She maxed out. She maxed out the percentage for cancellations. 900, bigger than 999%. Oh boy. Wow. We are broke maxing here.
Running with it, and despite losing some people, her most dedicated people were still supporting her, and that's where we really left things off last video. And while she goes back to her content, like I said earlier, she plays heavily into the girlfriend experience, which is something that is common across content creation in many different spaces, but in the VTubing scene, there's a pretty good foothold. Now, the whole concept sounds exactly like what it is, the girlfriend experience. It's typically like a LARP between the VTuber and their community, where maybe they refer to their followers as their boyfriends or husbands or whatever, but that's all it's supposed to be, like an on-stream LARP for whatever their channel's trying to do. And unfortunately for Gunpei, they go way beyond that to some very parasocial levels that would backfire.
Yeah, apparently stuff like sleeping in voice call on Discord, like sleeping together on Discord voice call. Very interesting. One membership Poliev murdered.
Horribly. Now let's talk about the girlfriend experience for just a second. It is something that can be very powerful, but also can have devastating results and basically consequences if you break the fantasy for some of these people. Just ask Hololive's former VTuber, Rushia. So she at one point was one of the biggest VTubers in the world. At one point, she was the most super chatted to.
That was a disaster. That Rushia situation was an absolute disaster.
Content creator on all of YouTube, earning millions of dollars in donations in just a few years, and she accomplished that largely thanks to her girlfriend experience that she was very heavily invested in with her community. However, after a Discord message popped up on her screen inadvertently from a popular male Japanese singer, her biggest, I guess, supporters went absolutely nuts. They started burning their merch. They started canceling their memberships. They even started having public meltdowns about how betrayed.
That's why I'm saying, if you do the girlfriend experience, forget having a boyfriend. Forget having any relationships. You are now officially married to your community. What if she start farts in her sleep? Just question. They're probably all gonna go into that. Like, they wanna have it in a glass and smell it.
They felt that their favorite girlfriend experience VTuber was potentially talking to another man. And in her desperate attempt to save the support from those people who were upset, she literally broke her NDA to share information with YouTube channels to try to save face with her community. It ultimately didn't work. She got terminated from Hololive. And also, as it turns out, that supposed boyfriend that was in the message was actually her husband at the time, but that was revealed about a year or two after all this happened. But as I'm pointing out here, it can have some pretty devastating impact if you lie about your real life relationship status and basically violate this headcanon that these people have created in your community. Now, gump pie is basically this, but a lot less profitable and also a lot more unhinged.
True. You cannot run this. You should do the boyfriend experience. Sir, I am married. I saw this one K-pop fandom doing this too. They were burning their merch and stuff. Yeah, when people get too parasocial to the point where they consider you, like, I don't know, a partner, it's over. Either you're over that or you get burned to the ground. Sometimes I realize I'm relationshipless. I do that too. But then I realize there are users that use their money to get a girlfriend experience. True. Or people that pay like a yearly subscription to talk to an AI. or other stuff. Interesting.
And parasocial. So let's look at some of the tweets. And again, they've nuked all of their social media accounts, so I don't have everything, but I'm going to give you as much as I could find. So here's a tweet from months ago saying, "I'm not just a streamer. I am in love with my community. It hurts to know on both sides if someone has a relationship. It's literally cheating because I spent the whole day in call yesterday flirting in Discord and we had a date together." So they literally believe and want to give off this impression that she's literally your girlfriend if you're
she's literally your girlfriend. If you watch another woman, you are cheating. It is diabolical. It is actually diabolical. I think the problem is people are just liars. Just be what you are. Even as a streamer or VTuber, it's normal. You have a family of friends, or else everyone has it. Just be true to yourself. Yeah. The thing is, like, they want to sell you that because it's kind of easy to make money that way. So they don't like. So they try to maximize their profits with that. Obviously, in this case, it backfired due to mainly their own mistakes.
Part of the community, and that if you watch other content creators or you have a girlfriend in real life, you're cheating on her. And it's a whole mess. And she would even be in calls all day. She would even sleep on call in her Discord overnight to prove that she wasn't doing anything with any other guy in real life. Very crazy stuff. Here's another series of tweets that are just off the wall. So down here, we'll begin down here and work our way up. She says this: "Please, I'm begging you, don't watch me or interact with me if you have a girlfriend who doesn't know about me. I feel like I'm getting cheated on. I'm serious, it hurts so much." So if you have a girlfriend who doesn't know about them, you can't interact with the community whatsoever because it's basically cheating. And then she reiterates by quoting that, saying,
Chad, I can fix her. I think I can fix her. I have the male urge to fix her. That's crazy to prove she wasn't with another guy. Pretty much. She was with another guy anyways.
tweeted this as a vent because I put 100% of my energy dating my community and being a good girlfriend, but people are telling me about their girlfriends, which makes me feel really bad. This is not a joke nor a bit. And then she says, I am doing the girlfriend experience because it's fun and I want to be really nice to men. I'm tired of e-dating.
Didn't you? But after that, she literally said that. Yeah, but after that, eventually she said that she's a radical feminist. But she wants to be nice to men. Like, something is not adding up. The math ain't mathing.
So I decided to treat my community as my e-boyfriend. I'm also really lonely, have low self-esteem, constantly forget to take my meds due to ADHD, have a huge media backlog, which are all things my community helps me take care of. And up here says, there are women who constantly go back to a guy that treats them like shit, and you're telling me being social and dating my community is unhealthy. Go F yourself, seriously. Let a girl have fun. My community helped me so much with eating properly, my body dysmorphia, and anhedonia.
What is anhedonia? What is that? Let me Google. Now I gotta Google. Ah, okay. Okay. Here's the definition for it. Ah, so pretty much stuff that originally gave you joy now no longer does give you joy. Like, for example, listening to music, eating food, or smashing. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Her community is a hospital for her. Her community made you look jealous. Huh? That makes sense. Learn something from them, Chad.
So basically, definitely therapists would recommend this if you have these issues to date an entire community of people. But you can see they are heavily, heavily, heavily invested into this girlfriend experience that goes beyond just some sort of streaming LARP, right? But here is a list of their related accounts that was posted on their Tumblr, which is also, I believe, gone at this moment. You can see their various links to things including Discord, which we'll look at in just a second as well. But you can see one of the first questions down here. Can we send you intimate photos of ourselves? D-pics, tributes, etc.
What the fuck?
And she says, yes, you can. I'm more than okay for them being sent to me. I enjoy seeing them, and I also do archive them just to let you know.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Good God. She has a folder of people sending her pee-pee pics and tributes. She's not your girlfriend. She is our girlfriend. Before anybody asks, no chat. I don't want these. Want anybody to send these.
So again, this has evolved way beyond some stream LARP. It's now in private. It's also sexual. You can see where the danger is starting to arise here. But let's talk about some of these surrounding social media accounts that she had, beginning with the Discord. And we already kind of hinted at this, but she posted this. Finally got around towards blocking every female name in my Discord server. Now companions can't talk about other women in my vicinity.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Good God. Those I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen those yet. Imagine the sheer number of people sending her D-pics. That's diabolical. It is. Some people try to make money and forget all sense. Apparently so.
So not only does she ban any women from entering her Discord server, she also banned the names of all women. There's some like curated list of all female names, and it just auto bans anyone who has.
Ain't no way. Ain't. She has like a name. Maxine, Lisa, Carolyn. Like everything gets nuked. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is wild. That is crazy. She a yander. She perfect for you, Poke. Not that. Not for me. For me, she's the girl I needs to be a yander for me and only for me, not for an entire football team or like an entire stadium. Calm down. I don't want to share.
Has it or mentions it. That's how deep these things go. But it gets worse. As people pointed out in this whole reaction to the situation, she repurposed a Google form to make a quote-unquote joke boyfriend application that included some questions like this. What is your ethnicity? What are the dimensions?
What is your ethnicity? What is the dimension of your pay stick? 3D units or metric is she? Yeah. No! She's asking for the pee-pee size! She's asking for the pee-pee size! I can't do this anymore! I can't do this anymore! She's asking if there's She's asking how often you beat it! Ain't no way, what is this woman? This woman is built different.
Mentions of your intimate parts and some other details about that. How often do you gump? I'm pretty sure I know what she...
I've never heard somebody say it like that. I've never heard somebody say it like that. How often do you gump? Chat, how often do you gump? There's no way. How often do you gump? It's amazing. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna replace that now. You are no chat. We are no longer gooning. We are gumping. Oh my god, this is great. This is way great. I never asked that again.
He's trying to say there. Then asking if they're virgins.
Are you a virgin? Well, yes. Why do you want to know? Yes. That is mandatory. It has a little red star here. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. You need to answer this. This is the mandatory one. Oh my god. How many partners have you had? How many sexual partners have you had? 1, 0. I could type that in here. How long was your last relationship? 7 years. Diabolical. Diabolical.
Virgins, how many sexual partners, and how many relationships, and all these things. And this was something that people voluntarily filled out, but you can see again how deep all of this is going. Now, here's some more quotes from, I believe, Tumblr here, where people are talking about sending her pics and what she likes. And again, just like we saw
It's diabolical.
Just previously, she said that she doesn't want to reply to these things publicly.
Any kind of pic you would enjoy, maybe muscles, booties. I like anything you want to present to me. I do like seeing boners and seeing you gumping gump yourself with a background of cozy bed sheets. If you wanted to know, my preferences. If we submitted anything, how will we know? How will we know if you saw it, or would it just be another add to my collection kind of thing? I only see submissions of photos privately. I don't want to reply because it'll be public, and I don't want anyone else to see your precious parts. If it's okay for me to be greedy. What is this? What am I reading? Yeah, it'll be part of my collection if that's okay. I'd use it for my own material. If that's okay. I don't want to fill my blog with those photos because they're just private fun between me and you. Ooh. I really enjoy everyone's photos so far. Do you do PP ratings? No, I believe everyone's private parts are equal. Yes! Even the short kings! Even the short kings works. Splashable. Good God. Precious being greedy. Yeah, being greedy. Gump yourself sounds like a really weird way to tell someone to you know what. Yeah. Or that.
She doesn't want to fill her blog with these photos, because it's just private fun between her and her boyfriends. And she basically also wants to archive these things, and that she'll do these ratings and all this stuff. It's for her own material. It's a part of her collection. So if you send her anything, she's going to keep it. You can...
This bitch is collecting it like it's Pokemon cards. She's collecting it like it's Pokemon cards. Gotta catch them all. Does she have more... Has she seen more peepees than Bonnie Blue? I wonder.
See how that would be a potentially disastrous thing. Then here's another Anon saying, do you mind people being people's sexual outlet because you enjoy it and the attention it brings, or is it that you're just willing to tolerate that sort of behavior? And she says, at first I was a bit suspicious due to the negative stigma of it, but now I enjoy the attention it brings. I'm really grateful to have people like me in that way. I love you.
She is farming it. She is farming it. That is crazy. I wonder how big the collection is. Imagine if somebody leaks it on the internet. Then we can play PP memory.
Yeah, that definitely seems like a very healthy connection there. But also, keep in mind, again, a lot of stuff was deleted from her Twitter account. I remember on many occasions her calling other VTubers hoolers for basically any sort of content, and yet they're doing this sort of stuff in private, and as we'll see eventually, in public as well.
Damn, so she just goes around and calls other VTubers, mattress women. Interesting, probably enough to become a way to crash a computer. I would assume.
Here's another screenshot where she says, I want to be a really, really good girlfriend for you. One who only gives you a good time no matter what. This is being sent privately to people and basically being mirrored across her entire community. Then you have this person. You can pause and read it yourself. It's very unhinged.
Chad, if you want to leave, you can do now. Because I'm gonna read it. I want to marry you and make you pregnant. What the fuck? Buddy, this is a virtual woman. I know her womb is eternal, but she cannot get pregnant. You're perfect to me, and I don't know what to do with myself. I've tried cutting myself off from you completely and using dating apps to find a real girlfriend, but it's not the same. One day, I will have a woman that is just equally as parasocial, and I will marry her. I want to shower you in kisses all over and worship you as my wife. Knowing it'll never happen rips my heart out every time I have to stop myself from thinking about it. I've been improving my life with you in mind under the delusion that one day I'll be enough to be with you. I love you. I feel like tearing up. It's nice to know you feel this way about me. It literally does. It really does. I felt so flustered reading this. I don't know. I wish I was real. But please do these things for yourself. You will be happy, okay? Be enough for yourself. You too. Oh nah. Oh nah. Hell no. Amazing people, truly. Your girlfriend. Diabolical pre-king confirmed. Yeah, the king is confirmed. But after hearing that without context, you're not my type. Pretty much. Want to marry you, make you pregnant. You regret the quote channel yet? Fuck! My ears and eyes feel violated. Oh, that's disgusting. I mean, it is, but, you know, wouldn't be fun.
Hinged. This person saying they want to marry and make Gunpie pregnant, and that they've cut themselves off from them completely using dating apps, but it's just not the same, and yada yada yada. And then ends with I love you. And she responds by saying she feels like tearing up, Anon. It's nice to know you feel this way about me, it really does. And that she feels flustered reading this and doesn't know and wishes it was real. and also that she loves this person too. Yeah, unfortunately, you're seeing how deep all this goes, and the other unfortunate part is that she's a massive hypocrite on this entire thing. So, unfortunately, as well, there's multiple tweets and interactions that basically set herself up. Okay, back in November, when reacting to this tweet, which said that a lot of content creators need a harsh reality check and they shouldn't go into streaming expecting others to pay your bills and basically take care of you, where Gunpei quoted and said, "Skill issue, just make your viewers fall in love with you and don't have a boyfriend in secret."
who had a boyfriend in secret here? Who knew their entire career by having that? You had that. Only you. She self-reported already in November last year. Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, this would age like milk. And on top of that, like, you know, I guess it was always just kind of the end game, right? This was always their goal. We now know this was not sarcastic. This was literally what she was doing. But also we have a screenshot here saying, "Imagine admitting to your community that you're a broke Lord Neats, reacting to people who do dono-a-thons and subathons and things like that." Where they continue on saying, "Who can't work, so you complain about your fake mental illness diagnoses." And then goes on further here to say, "Pretend to be nice to your nicest oiler, and you actually have a boyfriend."
What is happening here? She crashing out? She's crashing out. She must be crashing out.
Yeah, complain and complain that everything in your life is falling apart. Maybe you deserve it because you're so fat and you order from DoorDash. So yeah, based on this, it's a little bit of a self-berating here, but also projection. They're talking about people who do subathons and saying all of these things about being nice to your nicest oiler and having a boyfriend in secret and they don't know about it. Well, unfortunately, we would get some proof of that, but people started to question things. So in the early portions of this year, her tweets became very like emotional and a little bit different than the usual schizo posting and stuff like that. And also people noticed that she wasn't in her Discord server as much. She wasn't doing the
Oiler, that sounds terrible, actually. Also, maybe I need an oiler as well.
nighttime calls anymore, and people started to get suspicious.
Because I would assume that means somebody who's spending a lot of money on you.
Right? Well, then a Google Doc dropped a few days ago.
Stop it, I want to read those. Calm down, ref. I want to read those. I feel more comfortable with uneasy thoughts. Put this woman on watch. I'm depleted of oxytocin. Any men want to take advantage of me, I need to go insane again so I can be funnier. What the fuck? No! I'm so tired of not being enough for you. Okay. Fasting for X days from X hate comments I get starting now. But you're not getting any hate comments. I don't know how to feel happy nor a high anymore. It sucks. Stimulants literally don't do anything to my brain anymore. Yeah, this ain't it.
Doing the nighttime calls anymore, and people started to get suspicious, right? Well, then a Google Doc dropped a few days ago.
I missed that Google Doc completely. Completely.
Containing a bunch of screenshots. We'll show only a few. It becomes very obvious. This person saying that they're literally just wingmanning for Gunpei, and this individual is saying, I love you, Gunpei, yada, yada, yada. And they ask, how's the thing with the trance right now, since you're on holiday and stuff, still going strong? And she says, yeah, I love him. He wants to manager LARP me, which, for those who don't know, it's like basically for typically like big adult content type accounts. The manager thing is like, it's the husband behind the scenes that none of the people know about.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Huh. The husband in secret.
And they're running the accounts and helping profit off of what their wife or girlfriend is making while the community doesn't know that person exists. And that's a pretty good indication there. But there's also some more screenshots where they ask how's the withdrawing going from the whole community thing, talking about distancing herself from her community, especially on Discord and things like that.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nah. Nah, she did the classic. I'm gonna slowly pull away and stop. Nah, ain't no way. Nah. Yeah, you started with the girlfriend experience and now you're pulling away. You're fucked.
That and saw some complaints and just want to see how you're doing. And this friend cell account, which is another one of her alts, Gunpie, saying it's good. I'm like super detached ever since I started getting really close to Cammy. He stole my heart. And the person says Cammy is that the trans person from the previous screenshot, right? And they say, yeah. So with that and other screenshots in the Google Doc, Swift's response from Gunpie, they would immediately
delete the account. Run. Pimping out their partners. Probably. I don't know. I don't know the details of the relationship, but that's interesting.
Deactivate their main Twitter account. They would private their alternate Twitter account. They would nuke all of their content off of YouTube. They would nuke their Kick account. Their Twitch account's been banned, so you don't have to worry about that. And people in her community were very, very upset. Here's an example of that, and I'm not trying to flame this person. It's just an example of how out of hand things had gotten. So they say, at Gunpie, I supported you even when everyone but your community hated you. Yet it seems like you don't give a shit about anyone. I'm not one to take the whole girlfriend experience thing that seriously. I genuinely enjoyed it, enjoyed my time with you, and I do wish you the best going forward. And this other person responds by saying, sorry to tell you, but this was obvious. She was just using her fans for monetary gain and didn't care about her fans. Where the original poster replies saying, what proof do you have to call it obvious? The reason I got into her to begin with was because she felt closer to me than my IRL girlfriend at the time.
This is peak parasocialism. If you could make money off of this, if you could use that energy to make money off of this, I'd be a billionaire. No, I'd be a trillionaire. What the heck? Like, even now, he's defending her.
She definitely acted like she cared from when I first joined until she stopped doing the sleep calls. I'm telling you, that was the big indicator for a lot of these people, was the fact that she wasn't doing the sleep calls. But besides the absolute mess that this is, a lot of people from her community, whether super dedicated or not, they felt betrayed because they were being sold a girlfriend experience, and she was claiming she didn't have a boyfriend, and it sounds like most, if not all of this time, she had one.
She probably had that boyfriend the entire time, or she got him randomly eventually. It sounded more like she got him just like randomly, right? In between, and then started to pull back. And then it backfired. Our girlfriend, he's forced of red flags. Like, if I was like the girlfriend and I'd see the shit, I'd break up immediately. Like, immediately. No chance in hell that I'd stay with a dude who'd, I don't know, would be in a parasocial relationship with a PNG. Pretty much.
And that's why a lot of people, also combined with her previous controversies, were making fun of this entire situation, saying, remember that Gunpie person that started drama over plushies months ago? Apparently she was in a relationship all this time, and people in her community found out about it with the screenshot of her account being deactivated. And you can see 12,000 likes. A lot of people really don't like her outside of her community, and now, of course, people in her community don't like her as well. But wait, there's more.
I mean, she doesn't have a community. She doesn't even, like, there is no community for her anymore. So, nobody likes her. Like, she doesn't even have a career anymore. She does have no channel anymore, nothing. Like, there's nothing. Maybe she comes back eventually, re-debuts, but I don't see that happening. You should have never started with this to begin with. Or would you stay with a dude in the first place? What do you mean? Like, if I was a woman, you moron.
So, In that same Google Doc with the screenshots, you can see this interaction here, talk about pulling away from some psychotic people in their community. And Gumpie replies by saying, time to Fansly Max, which is an adult website, okay?
Yeah, Fansly is just like OF.
And they're not kidding. Because this is another alt account of Gumpie. And this is an account that is just completely dedicated to posting not safe for work content. And if you're confused as to why so many people are convinced, well, unfortunately, she posted a link to her Throne account, which had...
Oh my god, you are stupid, it's crazy! Read that! Gunpie! Hey! Hey! The name, is accurate. Accurate.
Gumpie in the name. And of course, she's received hundreds of gifts through that Throne account, which is now being shared on this account, and it's the only social media account she has left that hasn't deactivated, and this is the type of stuff she's posting now. And people...
Posting corn. Yeah, pretty normal. Or, well, lingerie sets and lewd poses and stuff.
Are laughing because, again, she made many tweets shaming VTubers who made any sort of lewd content, and now this is what she's been doing.
She's a hypocrite as well in this case. Wow! Wow! We love to see it.
Arguably the whole time, because the posts on that go back many, many months, pretty much the whole span of her run as Gumpie the VTuber. And it's just a very bizarre situation. So much hypocrisy, so much that basically she built up with these very rigid expectations of what her fans were getting. Turns out they were getting the exact opposite, and it sounds like this was all one giant grift. A giant grift gone completely wrong. And yeah, that's really the finality of this situation. I don't know where it goes from here, but I know a lot of people from her community are upset. And I know a lot of people are clowning on this situation, but that is the update. That is the long-awaited update on the situation. So as always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below.
That's pretty much the end of the video. My, view is very simple. Rest in peace, you won't be missed. Reposer. You did it to yourself. And what do we learn from this? Do not get into the girlfriend experience as a female content creator. You can only lose if you ever decide to have a partner, if you ever decide to get out of it. You will only lose. Nothing more to it.